Yet another new comic book day is on the horizon, and in today's video, I'm going to be sharing with you my comic book pull list preview. This is a series I do each and every single week. I do previews, I do reviews, deep dives into your favorite creators and characters, and some top 10 lists. If that's something that sounds good to you or interesting or something that you would get value from, make sure to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and of course set the notification bell to all. I appreciate you. Let's not waste any more time. Let's get into the first book on my pull list. It is the Amazing Spider-Man issue number 60. It all ends here. Finally, I am super stoked to say that Zeb Wells and oh my gosh, is Romita Jr. not on this book? Okay, he's a cover artist, but Romita Jr. has been on this book with Zeb Wells for the longest time. It feels like way too long. This is a legacy issue number 954. It is a 64-page, $8 book, but it is leading into Joe Kelly's run. Of course, we do have, finally, Zeb Wells is off of Amazing Spider-Man. What is going to happen? What is going to happen? Special oversized edition, Zeb Wells says goodbye to the Amazing Spider-Man in style with his collaborators, John Romita Jr., Ed McGuinness, and some other special guests. When one era begins, another one begins. The 8 Deaths of Spider-Man gets a special prelude with Joe Kelly, but is there going to be any deaths in this one? I do not know. Is Tombstone gonna die? I doubt it. Is Paul gonna die? I hope so, but I honestly doubt it. Hopefully the first of the 8 Deaths of Spider-Man would be Paul. That would be actually pretty funny if they just did it in this book. But no, I'm not expecting any big, huge status quo shifting, monumental things to happen in this book. But I'm gonna read it because if there is even a 1-page or a 1-panel prelude to Joe Kelly's run, I definitely want to be ready because Joe Kelly's a solid writer. I Kill Giants, which is a book that I just read and reviewed here on this show. I loved it. I loved it, and I'm excited for Joe Kelly's run. Granted, I would probably be excited for just about anybody's run. No disrespect to Zeb Wells, but it's been interrupted many times, and I don't think anybody likes Paul. And Romita Jr.'s artwork. I've gone ad nauseum about Romita Jr.'s artwork at this point. I don't want to beat a dead horse here, but I am super stoked that the Amazing Spider-Man creative team is finally switching. And yeah, I'm excited. But Amazing Spider-Man, $8. Of course, they're going to gouge us on the last book. At least we get some extra content. Hopefully, the last half of this book, fingers crossed, will be written by Joe Kelly. I highly doubt it. Next up, we have Feral issue number 7. Whew, the last issue of this book was a tough one to swallow. Tough pill to swallow. This is a $3.99 comic book. Doesn't say how many pages, but of course this is writer Tony Fleece with Tone Rodriguez on the art, and the colors is Brad Simpson. But in the last issue, it was like first person POV kind of thing, and Patch, it was from Patch's perspective. This is a book that is, if you don't know it by now, we're 7 issues in now, but it is a book where it's zombie apocalypse, except it's with cats. What would the zombie apocalypse breakout look like? Rabies. So, Lord is missing, Patch is infected, and just when things couldn't get any worse, Elise finds herself with a bunch of cats she barely knows, on the run from rabid rats, hidden traps, and whatever lurks in the creepy old shack. Don't miss out on this smash hit animal horror series, creator of Stray Dogs. I'm excited. This series has been really good. Tony Fleece absolutely knocking it out of the park. But if you don't if animals being hurt affects you in a huge way, this is not for you. Obviously, no one likes seeing animals get hurt. But that being said, it's an excellent book. And because we do see these cats, they're the ones getting hurt. Sometimes, as humans, we relate more with the cats because we don't want to see the kitties get hurt. This has been a really good series so far. I'm really excited for Feral issue number 7. Next up, we have Ultimate X-Men issue number 8. This is a 32-page comic book for $4.99. This is everything's done by Peach Momoko. Who are the children of Adam? What are mutants? Where do they come from? And how has the Makers Council been keeping them under control? All these dark questions and more start to unravel as our heroes investigate the murder that for some reason the authorities keep covering up, and Shadow King advances his sinister plot. Shadow King, a character that revealed himself, I think, at the end of issue 6. This series has been pretty good. Peach Momoko's art is one of a kind. She is a very unique and top-notch storyteller. If you are a fan of manga, I suggest you check this series out. I believe the first trade paperback is out. That being said, issue number 8, going to continue these plot lines. This has been a slow burn so far. However, that being said, I have enjoyed it. Although, if we don't start getting to kind of what the point is, who the children of Adam are, and start unraveling some of these secrets, I might drop this book, even though I do enjoy it. It's just a little bit too much of a slow burn, and there's so many excellent books, especially from DC right now. So, Marvel, you gotta up your game at this point. Hopefully this we get to the meat of the matter in this one. But Peach Momoko is a great artist. I love her art. It's whimsical. It's very interesting, and I've enjoyed this series thus far. Next up, we have Uncanny Valley issue number 6. I do believe, and correct me if I'm wrong in the comments, please. This is the final issue of this book. In the last issue, we saw our titular character, our protagonist. He got out. He like erased the world and walked through it was crazy. I was like, I didn't know you could do that, but it makes sense because these are comic book world, or these are these characters that there's no rules. There are no rules. But Tony Fleece and artist Dave Watcher, letterer Pat Brasaro. So this has been an excellent series thus far. Dive into the cartoonist's desk for a look back at the origins of the cartoon world and its connection to the real world in this lore-expanding issue of prehistoric and of biblical proportions. Okay. Beyond steamboats and cartoon dinosaurs lies the first in her castle. But what is her place in all of this? What is Oliver? And Oliver's the main character. They brought him to the Toon World for a devious plot, and he just kind of said deuces and dipped out in the last issue. This has been an excellent series. Tony Fleece absolutely crushing it right now with Feral and Uncanny Valley, and he has a really unique perspective on these really like interesting, but they kind of almost feel like you know these characters. It's kind of a nostalgia driven, even though I don't know any of these characters, but it feels like do you understand what I'm saying? Anyways, Uncanny Valley issue number 6. Words are hard. I'm excited for this. I do believe this is the last issue, but like I said, if it's not, let me know in the comments section below. Alrighty. Wolverine Revenge, Red Band Edition, issue number 3. The Brutal Battles of Wolverine Revenge, number 3, expanded with the Red Band Edition. Doesn't really tell you much. This is a 32-page comic book for $5.99, and it's polybag because it's Red Band. First off, I do want to say, I hate the Red Band crap. Like, just release the book as the creators intended. Why do I have to pay an extra $1 to get the full story? You get like an extra page, and in some issues, I do have to admit there's quite a bit more blood in the issues, or so I've been told. I'm not buying the non-Red Band edition. Look, I'm balling out here on a budget. I'm collecting on a budget. This is by Greg Capullo, and of course Hickman is doing the writing. Capullo is drawing it and everything. But yeah, Wolverine Revenge, the last issue, Colossus started beating him down. It's been awesome. I've really enjoyed this book thus far. But yeah, let me know what you think about Wolverine Revenge. I've been digging it. But yeah, there you go, folks. That is my weekly preview pickup. Will I get more books at my comic shop? I guess you're going to have to watch the review show. But yes, thank you all so much for watching this one. Like I said, I do weekly content. I do preview videos like this one. I do review videos, and you can check out those above. And then I do pickup videos. I do overviews of creators in different comics. So I appreciate you all for watching. If you made it this far, write in revenge into the comments section. Thank you all so much for watching. I appreciate you. And until the next video, I'll catch y'all on the flippy flop. Adios.